Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to VP4 TV. Give me an OK if you can hear me loud and clear. We are here for one of the few remaining matches in this year's VP4 2023 Virtual 9-Ball World Championship. And it's between Larry from the USA and Nikk from Bulgaria. Nikk, who has been the surprise entrant to this tournament. He's been around VP for a number of years, but as far as I know, never been online until this tournament. And he's came in prepared. He's a player, and Larry's neck is on the line tonight. Larry, of course, long-term virtual pool player, but has yet to win the Virtual 9-Ball World Championships, and he's got as good a chance as anybody. Last night we had, well, I suppose you could call it a bit of a surprise, probably more so from the score. Cobra just was not at the races at all. Not much went right for him at all. Slim got a little good bit of the running, it has to be said. But above all, Slim took his chances when he had them and was pretty consistent. And so Slim has now got to the final, his first major final that I can recollect. And so he waits now patiently. He's going to have maybe a good week or more before he gets to play, because the winner of this match tonight is going to be playing Stubb, who has hit form. He's had some good results in his last 3-4 matches, and as I've always said, this is the best chance Stubb will have of winning a second Virtual 9-Ball World Championships. He's tried and failed on many occasions in other big tournaments, 10-ball, 8-ball, got to the 8-ball final, I think it was, and was almost over the line in that match against Vinces. I think it was 8-ball. It could have been 10, but it might be 10-ball. Somebody will know. Somebody will be paying attention. Welcome to Bill. So Stubb has found form at the right time. Can he sustain it? He's certainly going to be good enough to cause problems, but who is he going to be playing? Is it going to be Larry, or is Nikk threatening to go all the way? Well, the bad news for all of these guys, for these three guys, is that Cobra is the injured party in this whole affair, because he is now in that one-loss final, or the semi-final, if you want to call it that, and he's waiting on whoever gets through these two matches, and we look forward to that. Every match is going to be a cracker one way or another. The unfortunate thing is it's only raced to 13 on the one-loss side, and you really must get off and running straight away. Welcome to Brain Pullout, welcome to Spectre Dawn, welcome to anybody else. Now, last night, checked on my stats, we had 31 as a peak audience, and I'm just going to tab out because Steve's probably, no, he isn't. He's not in Discord, and we're about a minute away, well, more than that, probably 2 minutes. He's not there, so I'm going to do one more tab. He is in Discord, he's just not in the commentary booth. I can see him that he's online. So predictions, we've got 13-10 to Nikk. Well, Larry knows the level of consistency he needs, because that's one thing that Nikk has had. He's had a very high level of consistency when he's at the table and potting balls and getting his way out, which has been a surprise to most of these people in the tournament, and certainly a surprise to me. He has certainly came online prepared. There is, as I've said before, there is no way that anybody can come to Virtual Pool 4. I don't care who they are, but nobody can come online in Virtual Pool 4 not having played offline and be at such a high level that Nikk is at. So he's been well practiced. Or it could have been that he's been online all the time under a different name. I don't know. but we would have. I think we would have spotted him one way or another. I think we would have. Quick tab out again. Oh, that was the other thing that I was just checking. Larry arrived about 20 minutes or so ago. Now, having a quick look down the list. Oh, there he is. Nikk is in the room. I was just wondering whether he had arrived. I didn't see him coming in. Maybe he's been in for a while. So this is going to be hard to call, this match. I think if you're going to go by consistency during the tournament, then Nick's going to win it. He's going to win it from that point of view, because he's had a better level of consistency than Larry. It took a high quality player to put Nikk to the one-loss side when he lost to semi-pro, but since he's got to the one-loss side, he has really picked up his standard all through this run that he's had, and he's still, obviously it's not easy to get to the final. It's going to be hard. Cobra's going to be hurting from that defeat from Slim, and he'll be wanting to get his revenge on Slim, and he's going to have to take out one of these guys, whoever that might be, and whether it might be Stub, we don't know. That's the fun part about it. Quick tab out again. Right, Steve, it's your turn. You can give your opinion. Welcome.
I think Nick's a pretty heavy favorite in this match, but you know, Larry, if Larry plays well, he's got a chance. That's the opinion of it.
Well, they're underway. Nick's won the lag. And cue ball. Well, it's dry, and the 5 ball is awkward.
Yeah, but it's doable. I mean, he can deal with this with the 2 ball maybe. You know, where the 3 is nice because for using the 2 for the breakout, the only issue is the 4 potentially covering it.
Yeah.
But this is pretty straightforward to get on this 2 ball. Just go back and forth.
So far we've had 1 for Nick, 13-10, and Bill's going for Larry, 13-11. Good evening to semi-pro.
Yeah, this is touchy. If he hits this easy, I believe he can brush the 7 and maybe separate those a little and get a shot on the 3, because he's got to worry more about the 6 than anything else. I don't think he's doing that, but let's see what he
has
decides
to have a line like that.
Yeah, he's just going up the table. So, I mean, the 5 ball does go in the side pocket, and it goes in one of the corners.
Yeah.
Maybe not. It goes in the side. The other corner's pretty tight. So, you know, he just needs to get on this 4 ball with an angle that he can come down for the 5. And
he doesn't want to get to the rail. He wants to stay away from that.
That's not really a great angle. I would have rather had the one where you go 4 or 5 rails. I would have rather had the angle the other way.
I think this is still good though. I think if you play this like a drawy, you know, drag shot off the 4.
I'm not saying you can't make this work. I just think the other one was natural. You go 4 rails and you're right on that 5 ball.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd be coming up. The only danger is the 6 ball when he's overhit that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That angle is just hard to get on it. If you get the angle going where you're cutting back at the pockets, 1, 2, 3, 4 rails, it comes out right on the line towards the 5 ball.
Now, where that 5 ball is, I actually, when I was in setting up my stream, I actually cut a 5 ball at that into the side. I cut that into the side.
Well, it caroms in the side. This 5 ball goes off the 7. I mean, it's sitting pretty good for it. You don't need to cut this. I believe you can carom this ball.
Oh, that's a good effort.
Tried to cut it.
Well, he can certainly cut that, and I'd be a little dab of left I think. Just a little tiny feather left.
Well, that would help as far
Not
as
left,
not hooking yourself on the 7 ball.
not
Because
left, right. I meant to say just to push it over. I don't know why I said left.
Yeah, I agree because
just a little dab and just nice weight. He's going to go the other way.
7, it won't hurt you.
Don't go too square though.
Well, you know, I mean, I expect Nick's going to run out here. He's a little funny. He's a little thin here. He got a little too much right. So he's kind of got to make a decision how he wants to play this. It's natural to hit just above the side pocket and come back out. That's probably what I do, is try to go back and forth. He's going to try to hit it easy.
Welcome to repetition. That's dead on the spot. Just leave the cue ball there. Leave the angle. What's that angle? All about angles.
Well, Bill's going for Larry, and
I think
13 to 10.
You know, if I'm Larry, I'm just wondering if this guy's going to make make enough mistakes for me to get in and try and win this thing.
Well, I mean, I think Larry's got to assume he's not going to make a whole lot of mistakes, and he better play really good.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
so far
right on
we
the
have
mark.
not. Well, we haven't seen him play any bad matches so far.
No. Well, that was on Nick's own break, having won the lag, so first blood again.
Yeah, and Nick his break has been pretty good in most of these matches. And of course, I say that on stride. Nope, he got a 7 ball.
Now, of course, Larry ended up here after getting pummeled by Cobra. And Cobra, of course, got a pummeling last night, so hopefully Larry's recovered.
This is tricky because it's hard to tell where the 2 ball is going to go. He may bank this one, which gives him a little bit. It might give him some cover if he misses it.
Oh, nailed it again.
Oh,
nailed it again.
Well done. Well, and the cue ball was really good too. I mean, that kind of shot, you know, he played it really well.
You're eating again, Steve.
Am I?
Yeah. Goodness me. I mean, I at least have my dinner before I come and do the stream, but Steve just sits down and has lunch. It is lunchtime, isn't it? Yeah.
It's snack time, not lunchtime. Snack time. Already had lunch. Well, let's see what he does here, because this is a little tricky. I think he wants to get where he can go straight up and down the table. Boy, he would have rather been a little more straight on than this.
Well, he's got to make a decision what side he's going. The obvious one is just straight down the middle if he can get that line, but even if he goes 2 rails behind the 6.
He can go behind it and get a shot on the 5. It'll be a thinner cut. If he wants to come down the table, he's going to have to hit this with the right. The 4 railer is, you can go 4 rails on it. That's a good shot there.
No, he's just got to, obviously he doesn't want to hit the 9, so he's just making sure he's coming this way towards us, I think. And he's just, anywhere over by the side pocket would do.
He's going inside.
He's going the other way.
I'd probably go outside on this, just because I think the angle from the inside, it's a little tougher to get the speed and everything.
Yeah, but again, look at that. He's right on the money.
Yeah, when you hit it good, doesn't matter.
Well, no sign of stub yet, which is a surprise. I thought it'd be in. I thought it'd be in
talk some stubbish.
I thought it'd be in spying on his potential opponents.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Nick guy, he's the real deal. He is definitely a contender to win this. You know, if he gets back by Larry, I think it's going to would be a hell of a match with him and Stubb. You know, Larry's in a tough spot because if he wins this, then he's got to play Stubb, which if Stubb plays the way he's been playing, Larry's underdog there. And if he wins that, he's got to play Cobra and he's underdog there. So he's got a tall task to get into the finals.
Now, what about the, that's probably not the line, but something like that to combo the 9.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's, I would definitely take a kick at this and I'd hit it with some speed. You don't want to leave the 9 ball around the pocket. You want to go 2 rails here. You want to come off the end rail because it'll send the cue ball up table.
Well,
he's went
off the table.
He didn't get to the end. He didn't get to the end rail. He kind of hit the 1 and the end rail at the same time.
Well, Larry's got his chance.
Yeah, well, I mean,
well, there he is. Speak of the devil, look who's turned up.
There's a good chance that he's going for this 9 right off the bat here. I mean, he can shoot this and get by the 7 and get to the 2. We'll see what he decides to do.
I think he'll try and run the table rather than try and do something like that. Yeah. I mean, wants to be more certain about it.
I think that's a good idea. The run out is more certain.
Welcome to Tam.
Good evening, all. I'm not sure what we're heaving, but...
Well, I say heaving, I type in H-E-A-V-E, then a space, then nin, N-I-N, as in heaving. Good evening.
Stubb's the underdog. I don't know what Stubb is blabbing about. I don't think Stubb, clean the wax out of your ears. I wasn't talking about you.
Well, anywhere down the right-hand side, past the side pocket, will do it. And that's perfect.
Yeah, and this is what Larry needs to do. You know, he needs to... He needs to run out a lot because you know that Nick's gonna.
So, chance to square the match if he can get good.
Yeah, and obviously the break's going to be really important.
Doesn't look good. No. The only good thing is that the 1 ball doesn't go.
Yeah, and, you know, I mean, he may take a crack at this bank. It's sitting reasonably well for it. You'd hit this bank with draw and left English. You know, you really got to get into this and get that 1 ball to shorten up some, and you're trying to draw the cue ball into like the 6-5-6 there. I think he's probably going to play safe instead. We'll see what he decides to do. I don't see him pushing out here. But he could. I mean, you know, if you don't like it, if you really don't like it, there's always the push out.
Well, he looks as if he hasn't quite settled on what he's doing here, but he looks as if he's cutting the 1 towards the 8.
He's playing safe. He's using the 8 to stop the 1, and he's trying to get him on the 5-6 is what's going on here. He did not hit it hard enough.
Yeah, Larry will jump that. In fact, he doesn't need to jump it, I don't think, does he?
I don't know. But
yeah, I think he will.
Well, whatever it wasn't a good safety. Just got the speed wrong on it. And, you know, when you're putting that much right English on it, the cue ball is going to hold up off the rail. And you just got to hit a little harder. And he just didn't get the speed on it.
Welcome to Mr. Deanster.
I think it was a good play.
Oh, yeah, he could get to it. I thought it was tight, but he tweaked it a wee bit. Now, this is the one that will decide the rack. If we can get on this 3.
Well, I think getting on the 4 is the hard part, not the 3. The 3 is easy. You just roll this. the 4, you've got to miss the 8 ball and get past the 5, 6.
You
But I
talking
think,
about just rolling the 2 and leaving the cut in the 3?
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, you can come out some. You
Well,
can come out.
the only worry about that is it's getting away from the 8 ball where it's sitting, because if you leave the cut
Yeah,
in the 3,
well,
the 8 ball comes into
that's what,
play.
yeah, that's what I'm saying is you have to go behind the 8, and then you can run into the 6 or 5 if you want, but you can't get hooked by him, obviously. And he's going like big time draw here, and
You know, he's okay. He's landed okay.
yeah, he got away with it. I don't like that kind of play because it's too indeterminate. I would rather take the harder position shot on the from the 3 to the 4 than take the chance there, because he could have easily hooked himself. Yeah,
Now,
if Larry doesn't miss balls this match, he's got a real good chance to win, because that's kind of his bugaboo. Sometimes he misses some balls, and if he doesn't do that, he can be pretty tough.
well, you've got to think that way, haven't you? Because it doesn't go past the 8.
Yeah, well, I would always go around the corner here. I mean,
Is he
there's
trying
nothing
to?
wrong with.
Is he trying to
He's
bump? Oh
going
no, he
around the
is.
corner.
You know, he's
Yeah,
followed the line. There you go.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with going for side pockets, but in that situation, it's just the 5's so far away and the angle. I mean, it's just so much easier to play for the corner there.
Welcome to Sharky again. I never noticed he was there.
And he's kind of a little in between here. Yeah, he's going on the other
He
side,
can
which I
keep
think was
going.
the right move, but he didn't hit it. Yeah, I think that was the right shot. He just came up short on it.
Well, this is a tester.
Yeah, the good news is really just has to make it. I would probably hit this with draw and a little right English and try to slow it down. If it goes 2 rails and hits the 8 ball, that's fine.
Oh yeah, round the corner and it's gone. That's a
Well,
chance gone, Larry.
That's that pull the cue down, real quick and shoot move he likes to do that I've never liked the looks of that. If you watch before he hit that shot, I mean, his tip's up in the middle of the ball he's aiming. He pulls the tip back,
Yeah,
and
it
it
could
seems
end up
like he's
putting.
already pulling the cue back. It's so fast.
Yeah, and they could end up putting unwanted English on it.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It looks to quote Gene Wilder, it looks abnormal.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's one that's got away, Larry. Back to square one.
Yeah, and I mean, anybody could miss that 6 ball. It wasn't an easy shot.
Well, if Nick's break starts working here, he's running away from Larry already. Because he's unlikely to fail in the run out. There's a couple of balls gone.
Yeah, if he gets on the 1 ball here, it's trouble. Yeah, and he is. I think this rack's over.
Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of got a choice of what to do here. You can draw this back off the 8 ball, kind of nick the 8 ball and shoot the 3.
Oh, I think
could go forward.
He'll just go into the open country. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you're going to go forward, you need to hit it harder than that. That's not really where you want to be.
Now he's got too much angle.
Well, now he really needs to go back and forth, I think, and the 8 ball's in the way. And, if you're going to go forward, you need to hit that a lot harder. I mean, it's a simple mistake, but now all of a sudden the table's hard. He had a super easy table if he goes forward and he hits that hard enough to get out a little further. And now it's like, this is a shot you can miss. You may not get on the 4 ball. The cue may hit the 8. I mean, all kinds of stuff can go wrong here.
That's where he should have been. He's still got a shot though.
Well, he hit it good. I mean, he made sure that he didn't hit the 8 ball, which is what he needed to do. And this one, he can just roll and then shoot the 6 in the corner.
Now, Stubb was in the stream. Now he's decided to get into the room.
Oh, well.
Why doesn't he just stay in the stream? He can type all the crap he wants in the stream. Steve jumped the gun. He's already muted him.
Yeah.
You should have put preemptive strike. Missiles are loaded. Yeah, well, it's like I said, if Nick's break starts working, he's generally going to find his way out, and that's bad news for Larry.
Yeah, well, one of the things Nikk does well is he plays difficult racks well. Now, this rack shouldn't have been difficult. He made it difficult by getting out of line, but the fact that, he's able to handle that situation says a lot.
Yeah, Slim was good last night. Repetition. It was actually a match of contrast. Slim was good. I wouldn't say he was brilliant, but he didn't have to be because Cobra just was all over the place.
Slim was pretty strong. He didn't make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, he played at a good standard and run out most of the chances that he got. Poor Cobra just didn't have anything work for him. And then, of course, Slim was getting the good little rolls as well. Wasn't leaving much on for Cobra either. Another ball.
And this is what we saw before with Nikk, is that he broke pretty well. Has anybody tried using the solar system to break?
Well, you need, as I said, I traded mine in. So I don't know about the other guys.
Well, this shot, the tendency is to overcut this. You can dig into this and draw it. That's what he's going to do. If he misses this, it'll be an overcut.
Well, he undercut it.
And I was wrong. He missed it on the other side.
Welcome to Hair Pig.
Yeah, I agree with that, Hair Pig. Cobra did not play his best. It probably would have been pretty close, but Slim really stepped up. That was a great match for him. Well, didn't expect him to miss it on the thick side, but he did. But that if you're going to miss a ball, that's not a guaranteed ball, that's the way you want to miss it, in the pocket. I mean, I know it rattles and stays there and stuff, but when you're in the pocket, that means you hit a pretty good shot.
Well, this is the one that's again going to decide the rack if you can get anything in this three.
You got to decide whether you're hitting the 3 or the 9, or I mean, you've got to do one or the other. You either have to shoot the 3-up table or try to move it, which I think is going to be tough.
Well, he's got the bump in the 9, but he's going to have to play the combo.
Yeah, this isn't too bad, though. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to draw this back. I mean, he could go forward with it, but I'll probably just soft draw this kind of combo. It's straight enough. He's going to go forward, I think. Oh, that hurt.
Oh, dear. It's 4-1, about to be 5.
Somebody shoots combos like me. I mean, I watch everybody shoot combos on VP, and they just, seem like they make everything. That's how I shoot combos in real life, just like that.
Well, you still got to get on this 5 ball. Now, the 4 ball is fine past the 9.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty easy here. This is all just speed. It's almost like you're just rolling the cue ball. You just want to get sort of straight on this 4. That's all. You kind of overhit it.
No,
that's not a very good shot in that situation. I mean, because it's almost like you're lagging. The cue ball is not going to slow down much off the 3.
Right,
I mean,
Steve. Do you dig right into this and draw right to the long rail on the left and back into the gap between the 5 and 9?
You can. I mean, it's hard to get the line on that.
He's trying to bump it, I think. He's
going to spin it. He's going to spin it. If you're going to spin this, you need to put a lot of English on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was just playing shape for the combo. He just had nowhere near enough English. I think he could have spun it over there, but it would have taken a lot. And this is kind of a shitty situation here. I'd almost be tempted to bank this and play the bank and safe, but You know, the problem on this table is that long rail banks are just pretty easy. I mean, the table banks so good that you can't just leave distance. He's going to play the combo. I think he almost has to from here.
Yeah, perfect.
And he hit it good. Yeah, I was a little surprised he got that out of line on the 4. That wasn't a difficult shot. It looked like he played with a little inside English, which I think he should have played it with outside, you know, to check it a little. And
well,
yeah, I didn't think that was a hard shot, but he didn't execute it well.
Whatever way it is, it's a crisis for Larry. He's got to. I mean, dry break. Got to put this away.
Well, Nikk is figuring out how to get out. I mean, that's the thing about him is he, you know, and that's why he plays tough tables good. Whether he made it tough himself or whether it was tough to begin with,
he's
overcome
he does it well. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If you get it wrong, that's fine. It's then putting it right again that's a challenge, and he's done that. Larry's nowhere near that, and Andy's got a flip, and now it's a 3-9 combo.
Oh, Larry needed that.
Oh dear. Well,
hey, sometimes that can get you rolling. You never know. You might break and run 3 or 4 more after this.
Oh no, hang on a minute.
He's not shooting the combo. He's going for the 3 in the side.
Well, now he's done that. He's got to do it.
Yeah, he may just shoot this in the corner. I don't know. You know, in real life, I'm shooting this in the side, but I don't know what he's going to do.
Look at it. Oh, it's a little dink into the eye. I wouldn't trust it into the side. Now he's left himself short. He's shot again.
Yeah, you just don't want to leave yourself these angles that many times because you know, it's the cue ball's a little funny here. He's going to draw this, which is the right way to play it.
Well, there's another new name, Bondi.
Now you notice he's got the Q-tip low without waiting there. Did you notice he didn't move the Q-tip down at the last second that time?
No, I was too busy looking at the chat.
Yeah,
Steve.
Well, he had the Q-tip down, and it's interesting because before, you know, he did the last second. That time he aimed with it down, and I like that a lot better.
Oh, now it's ugly. Oh, it's getting uglier. Oh dear.
Yeah, Hairpig, I used to have trouble with that shot in real life, those kind of cuts, you know, and I don't know what happened, but I just hardly ever miss a shot like that anymore. But at one point, I was like nervous when I had that shot.
There's the kick. He's going the other way just to try and brush it towards the 7. I think he set it up.
You know, it's not a gimme. Let's put it this way.
I mean,
he might even decide to play safe here. This is